Doctor, thanks a lot for sitting down with me. You just flew in from Dubai. You had a class out there. I truly appreciate taking your time. How did it all begin?
Well, it began in 1987 when I graduated dental school from India. And I went on to do my one-year GPR program, and I went on to do my master's in prosthodontics. My master's thesis was on dental implants, and I was invited to the United States to do some work on surface modification. And that's how it all began. And then I fell in love with implant dentistry. And from there on, there was no turning back.
Okay.
Yeah, we were Smile USA.
Yeah.
That is a practice that I started way back in 1997. And I decided to start a solo practice and get into exclusive implant practice. And then I got to know Dr. Palomalo. And then he was kind enough to partner with me. And that's how the word Mallo Smile USA came into existence.
Now, you have multiple practices here in the city, correct?
Right, we have one in Elizabeth and one in Jersey City.
Okay. The other practice, your wife, she's in the industry as well.
That is correct. So we've been married for about 25 years, and she's been the force behind the two practices.
Yeah. What are the numbers here? How many people do you have working in-house? It's both a lab and it's a practice.
Yes, Sean is my lead lab tech who has been with me for quite a number of years. Sean's team, we have a team of 3 technicians. Since it's completely digital, we don't need a very large lab support. But our office staff, we are about 18 people on staff. So that's what we pride on, having same-day services.
Yeah.
We provide rapid turnaround, and the kind of mills and technology that we have integrated in the practice, it helps our patients get their prosthesis in within a week's time.
Yeah, absolutely. And how did you find Sean? How did you guys come together? It's not that long. It's been a year or so?
Yeah, in-house. But
In-house,
Sean has
yeah.
been with us since 2017, 2018, before when he came with another gentleman. They started the practice here, and they outgrew, and they moved out, and we still kept the relationship. But then I felt the need of having in-house mills and in-house production center, so I brought Sean back.
Yeah, it was a great move.
It is.
Great move. I want to talk about the team because there's a lot of individuals out there watching right now, and they're either building a lab, they're transitioning, maybe they're looking to go full service as well. How do you build your team? What do you look for?
You really need to have a demand in-house to be able to assemble a team. You got to look at what does it require in terms of the investment. Are you going to do your own lab work yourself? I rely upon Sean for his expertise, and I'm good at clinical dentistry. Let them do their own work in terms of what they could produce. They are amazing at exocad, amazing at milling stuff. I would leave it to them, and then I would like that relationship to continue.
We touched upon technology a little bit. Did you ever expect the industry to be where it's at now, as fast as it's gotten here?
No, it was unimaginable, because I remember spending hours trying to do denture setups and trying to get the abutments customized and send it for castings, and the wait time was painfully long. So some of these cases took a year to be able to just come back to what it should be. Initially, it was met with a lot of skepticism. We did have some rudimentary technology and wasn't mainstream. And then most of the technology fell into the chasm, and very few materials really crossed the chasm to be able to come into mainstream. And now we are seeing a rapid explosion of digital technology coming into dentistry, and it's improved the workflow. Patients are benefiting much faster, and we also have better control over what the technicians are able to perform. The downside of technology is that the customization and the laboratory interface, we're starting to lose that. So I hope we can still build the bridges like the way it used to, because it's always a sacred relationship with the lab technicians and the dentists.
Now, you're known as the go-to or one of the go-to professionals in the industry when technology companies in the dental industry want to beta test.
So beta testing is something that many companies want me to do, but I've never been a product champion of any of those companies. I do that as an independent tester, and I will tell them as is in terms of whether it works or it doesn't work. And I'm very critical of what I want to use because I don't want to be experimented upon.
There's got to be a lot of pressure as well because those companies are turning to you, and if you like it or dislike it, I mean, a lot of money is riding on what you might say, and what your response is to that.
Yeah, for that matter, True Abutment has been very, very kind enough to be sensitive to my needs, and Sean is my liaison, and they come up with some unique products that have been mind-blowing. Many of the situations where I've been stuck with traditional components, we've seen that the products that they are producing has created custom solutions for many of our patients, and would have had to resort to castings, and now I'm exclusively doing fully milled frameworks and milled departments. So that certainly is an advantage. It certainly is a leap forward, and we find that the reliability and consistency has been outstanding. The communication's all, I just tell Sean what I want and he makes it happen, and then they liaises with the experts at True Abutment to give them customized solutions. And that's something I've not seen with many of the labs, and the turnaround time is amazing. It's also very affordable, and it's reliable.
With what you've done and accomplished over the years, it's truly impressive. So many people in the industry look up to you, reading about you, never having the opportunity to sit down and chat with you like I have today. You've become a legacy as an individual. What would you like to leave to the next generation of dentists?
Right. As they say, success is constant and never-ending improvement.
Yeah.
Tony Robbins said that. So I strongly think that, if you feel that you reached a benchmark, there's always some improvement that you can bring in. We are not there yet. There's still a lot of limitations. Technology has not supplemented the characterization and the uniqueness what is required in some instances. So we still rely on conventional techniques for most part. I want to be able to send the message that the relationship that you develop with your patients is the most sacred one. We could bring in all the bells and whistles to say that you are technologically savvy or digitally savvy, but then that analog component of establishing that relationship, that can never be replaced.
So outside of the world of dentistry and labs and education, what do you do for fun?
I love travel.
Yeah?
I love to travel with my wife. I like to see places, history. I'm a history buff. If then I had another option, I would probably be part of National Geographic.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'd love to, see places.
What's your favorite country?
My favorite country at this point is still Greece.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I haven't been there yet. Haven't been there yet. I have to go check that out.
So on behalf of True Abutment, this is a gift for the entire team. Thank you.
Dr. Iyer, I appreciate you letting us come in, telling us your story. I mean, it's just such an honor to sit with you, hearing what you have, all the education, the knowledge. It's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for making the time to come and chat with me, and welcome anytime.
I'm going to come back. In fact,
Please,
I want to go to
please.
Greece. You're a traveler, I'm a traveler. We're going to travel together.
Let's do that.
See you
Take
later.
care.
Great guy. Such an honor to chat with him. You can tell the knowledge, the passion, the patience, that's who you want on your side. All right, another episode in the books. See you next time. So, Sean, you're probably wondering what you're doing here, why I asked you to come here today. Well, the doctor and I just don't think it's working out. I'm joking.
Scared me there for a bit.
Want to find out a little bit more about you. How long have you been working with the company?
Truthfully, we just started out recently.
Okay.
We got together, so it's been a little over a year now.
Okay.
Actually, my role here is to basically manage the lab, like run the lab business. You know, since Dr. Iyer is a dentist.
Yep.
You know, it's somewhat of like an in-house lab.
Okay.
As well, but also, you know, receiving outside accounts. You know.
What is the culture like here at the office? You've been here for a year, so after that short period of time, what's it like coming to work every day?
It's busy.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yeah. It keeps me busy and time flies.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm a technician as well. And also, since it's inside the office, it's an in-house lab as well, so, you know, get to see a lot of patients.
Yeah.
Back and forth. You know, it's just a lot of running.
Yeah, absolutely. The relationship with Abutment, I mean, that really, I guess, derived from you. How did you and Abutment come together?
Truthfully, I met them at a show a long time ago. I think, yeah, maybe 5 years ago. Their work was outstanding. You know, the split file and everything, and I was such into that digital aspect, and I guess that's what created a relationship with them, and then from there it just kept on growing.
And how has it been? What's it like communicating back and forth?
It's been great. You know, they helpful, you know, when I have questions and too, so.
Yeah? How would you describe the doctor, Dr. Iyer? What's his personality like? When you first met him, what did you think?
Oh, Dr. Iyer. I think he's an amazing person. Like, when I first saw him, he had that kind of aura around him as well. Like, you know, this guy, you know, he knows what he's doing, you know, knows where he wants to go as well. Mm-hmm. So I think that kind of moved me as well.
Yeah.
Attracted me to him.
Have you learned a lot from him?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like full arch cases, you know, there's always something to learn. Always something new to learn. And yeah, I think it's a great experience as well.
What's something that most people don't know about the doctor that you know? Is there anything that would surprise people?
Very funny guy when you speak to him as well separately, you know, aside from work.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I think he's just a regular dentist like anyone else. That's what I think.
Yeah, so you see him, you know, on a daily basis.
I'm so used to it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what other people think him as,
Yeah.
you know, differently from what I think of him.